G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. And today I'm going to do another Sistaco video for you because so many of you are really interested in it. I'm actually quite surprised. I only did a video, I've done two now, this is my third. I just thought because it's my new hobby, I will share it with you, but obviously there's a lot of people that are interested in it. So yay, that's great. So today I'm going to choose new colors. So in the last video, I took off my previous Sistaco Mineral Bond application, and it was turquoise and platinum, so sort of an aqua and a silver. So today I'm thinking some pinky tones, and look what I did. You know how I said in my first video where I showed you how I did all these samples, and I can link that for you. I can link how I did all these little samples. I had written on them with just with a marker, and I showed you this, which I went out and bought, so I've labeled them all now. So yeah, so that's my labeler, and I will share that with my two daughters and my daughter-in-law, and we will all do our samples like this. So for those of you who haven't seen the Sistaco Mineral Bond sort of nail system, I'm not affiliated with Sistaco. I don't have anything to do with them. I bought all my own products. They don't even know I'm doing the video, so all on me here. Look at my colors. I've got all these already. I've actually ordered like a little acrylic shelving system to put them on, because I feel that Sistaco it's two-part. One part is doing your nails, and then the other part is collecting all the colors and talking about them all with your friends and people on Facebook and on YouTube, and it's just, I'm enjoying it, chatting to all these new people. So today I thought pinky tones. So I was having a little look through all my colors, and what did I decide? I can't remember now. I haven't tried periwinkle yet. It's like a pinky purple. And then there was kaleidoscope, and I wanted to do that with dusty rose, if I can find dusty rose. So I thought I'd have one holographic and one metallic today. I should really put them in their color sections. That'll be my next job. Rose gold's also really pretty. Where is it? Where are you, Dusty Rose? Gosh. It's hiding. Ah, there it is. There it is. Dusty Rose. Look at that. It's really pretty. So I want to use that, and then I'm just looking for a color that will go nicely with that. And look, they all will. Flamingo is sort of more of a purple tone, so that was one choice. And then where was my other choice? Oh, kaleidoscope. Yeah, so those are kind of the three. So I want to use Dusty Rose because it's a metallic, and I wrote on there metal. So then I either go with flamingo or kaleidoscope. Oh, all right, kaleidoscope. Now I just have to find them. Dusty Rose and kaleidoscope. Where are you? Kaleidoscope. There we go. And Dusty Rose. There we go. So I've got my little dots on those, and I can show you how I did my little dots and my little stickers and these in that video that I was talking to you about, so I will link those for you. All right, now business is out of the way. Let's get going on what we're going to do with these. So the first thing we do is I bought this little storage case. This is the small one. I figured I only needed to get some tools and things in here because my colors will go elsewhere. So it comes with, your kit comes with your little lamp, and it's just a little USB one, so that will just plug in there. And then I have my PowerPoint. I have that, and it's also got the, you know, the USB on that side there, so I just plug it in there like so, move that off the side, and we are ready to go. Yes, all set to go. So that's that. Now you do get a little instruction book on how to use classic powders, holographic and metal powders, and matte powders, so that's useful as well. I am going to use my base coat. I was kind of deciding whether to do a short wear, which only lasts a couple of days or a few days, which you just use the top coat, or the long wear, which you can get like 2 weeks out of. But I don't know that I want to wait 2 weeks because I want to change color. But look, I'm going to do it because when I took my other application off this morning, like, it just came off like a breeze. So, and I did do a video on that one in case you missed that. So let's do the long wear because I don't really want it chipping after just a day. So I think I need my base coat, I need my top coat, I need my little applicator, I need my little jar to catch all my excess powders in. This is not a Sistaco one, it's just one that I bought. What else do I need? I think that's about it, really. That's all I need. I may actually use my chapstick. Chapstick, you're all saying? What in the world is she going to do with that? So I may use that as well. Let me just move this out of the way. When I'm doing, I'm right-handed, so when I'm doing my left hand, I'm okay. But when I use my left hand to do my right hand, it's just a dog's breakfast. I make this huge mess. So what I do is I just get one of these little micro brushes, and I put a little bit of chapstick on it. You could use whatever, really. Whatever sort of hand cream, purple cream, oh, I don't know. This is just easier for me because I've got it. And I'm just putting it around on my cuticles like that. And I'm only going to do, look at that, I picked at it. Don't pick. I'm only going to do, again, I'm using my left hand, so I'm not that good with it, but I'm just going to sort of put it on my cuticles. Okay? And that will stop the product from getting on my skin. And look, it doesn't matter if it gets on the skin, it does come off relatively easy. For me, I tend to pick at it though, and then I'm sort of picking at my skin as well as the base coat, and then I end up making it bleed. I try not to, but you know, if you just go and wash your hair or something like that, usually all those little bits that are hanging onto your cuticles, they'll come off. But I'm not that patient, and so I try to kind of hurry it along, and yeah, then I end up picking cuticle skin, and it's not a good look. So we'll just do that, okay? That's just me. I can't help it. That's just me. Right, put those back. So now, like I said, I'm only going to do that hand. So the next thing I want to do is, I guess that's okay there. Can you all see? I'm going to need to decide. So the kaleidoscope is a holographic, and then the Dusty Road is a metallic. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to do the Dusty Rose on thumb and ring, and then I will do kaleidoscope on the others. So for now I need to just get my base coat out, so I'll move those two, take off that lid. This generally sits inside there, it's not supposed to come out. So I'm going to give it a shake. Don't shake it with the lid on, because this I found has come off previously and made a big mess. So I'm just going to shake it just in case there's heavy particles and light particles. That way they will all sort of disperse evenly. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to shake this because I don't want any bubbles in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a very thin coat. Now I don't know if you can see, maybe I need to just zoom you in a little bit more. So what I want to do is, and look, I'm no expert at this, okay? This is probably my fourth or fifth application. So yeah, should probably put my hand down here so that you can see. So they do say in the booklet, very thin sort of coat. If you do like a really thick coat, it's a bit harder to take off when you go to take your colour off. It just makes it a little bit harder. But in saying that, if you saw my video from this morning, and I should have enough here on this brush to do all 5 nails, even though I wiped most of it off. Yeah, just a very thin amount. So anyway, as I was saying, the video that I did this morning, I was removing 2 coats from each of my nails, except my thumb. My thumb actually had, I'm going to take a bit off that. My thumb actually had 4 coats on it, and it came off really easily. I was so impressed because I've tried a few different ways now to get it off. And today's effort this morning worked beautifully. All right, so what I'm going to do now, the base coat, I'm just going to pop it under here. And what I like to do is I like to actually just tip it, and it sits like that, because if it's like that, I tend to, my finger sticks out. And anyway, I just do it like that, and then I kind of curl them a bit. So when I'm just going to push the button once, and that'll set it for 1 minute. If you press down and hold, when it comes back on, it'll cure for 2 minutes. So I'm just going to do 1 minute. So with the base coat, if you cure it for 1 minute, or cure it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever, it's still going to remain a bit tacky. Okay, so don't think you've done anything wrong. It's just the base coat, it does that. And make sure you close that back up again, because it will cure. If you just leave, you know, your brush lying there, it'll cure and go hard. So we don't want to do that. So the base coat stays tacky. And then in the instructions, and I know I'm not really one to follow instructions. I sort of go by what other people have done in the Facebook group. And I just wiped that over my nail, the cream over my nail. I'm getting distracted here. I got some advice from one of the other ladies that was in the group, and she said she cures the base coat and then puts the top coat on, because what it says in the little booklet, that was 1 minute, what it says in the booklet, and that's still tacky, is you put the base coat on, and then without curing, you immediately put the top coat on. Now, for me, I don't want to put my top coat brush, which is wet, onto a base coat which is wet, and then they're going to blend together, and then I'm going to put that back in there, and I don't want to do that. So I'm doing it this way, and it's worked for me in the past. So thin little layer of the top coat over the top of the base coat. Now, because the base coat, yes, it's tacky, but it's not wet and runny, so I don't think they're going to kind of blend together, which I don't want it to do. And again, I should have enough on this brush to do, or actually a tiny little bit. Feels as if I'm running out. Now I always do 2 coats. So if on my first coat, if I think I haven't got like total coverage, if I've missed a little bit on the side or something, then, which I might have done on that one, when I go back and do a second coat, it'll fix it up. I just don't want to get on my skin. Okay, so that's that done. Now, the top coat cures really fast, and I don't want it to cure totally. I still want it to be slightly, not tacky, but not totally rock hard cured. So I'm just going to give it 15 seconds, okay? So I'm going to do that with my hand, tip it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Turn that off. You might have seen when I put my hand in, I pulled it back a little bit. I got a heat flash. I don't know whether it's just my nails are quite sensitive. It happens to me quite a lot. If Sistaco do say that if you put your coats on too thick, you know, you get that heat flash and it's a bit hot. So I would advise when you start a little bit away, and if it, you know, if it's burning you, draw back a little bit. It will settle and then you can go back again closer. So I might have been too close, I might have had it on too thick, or I've just got sensitive nails. Who knows? All right, so what have we got? We have got Kaleidoscope, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my little jar here, and I'm going to dip. So I've got 2 sides here. I'm going to keep one side for the Kaleidoscope, and I'm going to keep the other side for the dusty pink, okay? That's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is, what am I doing? I'm doing 1, 2, 3 in Kaleidoscope. Okay, so we're starting here. So I'm going to dip that in. I'm going to get a good amount on there, and I am going to dab. Dab, dab, dab all over. Don't worry if it gets on your skin. It's only powder. You just don't want the top coat getting on your skin. If it does, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not going to hurt you. It is 16 free, like cruelty free. It's vegan. It hasn't got any nasties in it. Anyone would think I work for them, don't? I don't. So anyway, now that that's all dabbed, now I'm going to rub. Rub. And that is going to give us a gorgeous shine. So the more you rub it in, and I go along the cuticle line and along the top line. So the more you rub it in, the shinier. Where are you? I can't see into my screen. It's just black. So if I go out of screen sometimes, I do apologize, but I can't see because I've got all these ring lights around and they shine on my screen, and so I can't see. Can't see what you're seeing. All right, here we go. Dab, dab, dab. So my little pot here is catching all my excess. So that's what it looks like to start with. If you wanted it to be shiny like that, like glittery, you don't have to rub it in. You can just leave it. You don't have to rub it in to be shiny, but I'm going to. But if you don't want to, that's fine. You could just brush it off with a light brush and leave it sparkly. So you can actually do each color or powder in a different way. Going over the edge, rub, 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 rub. Doesn't take very long, does it? Okay, so that's 2 down. Now I've got to skip you, and we're doing this one. Dab, dab, dab. It's only a little nail. It'll probably only need 1 dab. So the little container that I've got here, Because I like to seal it up when I'm done and put it back in my container, it's actually just a little powder puff jar. It came with a powder puff, I took it out. But it's like a net meshy thing in there, and it just catches the powder. Sometimes the powders can be quite coarse, like chunky, and they kind of sit on top. And then I'll just take this little white thing out and tip it upside down so that all the powder, the chunky powders, go through. And then you can use that and make a mixed color. I have no idea what it would look like, but one day I'll use it. But for now, I'm just catching my colors. Right, so that's those done. So now I'm going to turn my little brush over, and we're going to use this one. And again, I'm going to give it a shake. Keep those together. And that's the side I used previously, so I'm going to use this side, and we'll do the thumb. Dab, 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 and go back in because I want a good amount on there. You only pick up a certain amount on the little foam applicator anyway. You don't pick up a lot. So again, if you wanted to leave it sparkly like that, you could. But I'm going to rub it and look at what happens. Look at that. So I've got a couple of little pits in there, and I think that's probably little bubbles from when I put the base coat on, or maybe the top coat over the top of the base coat. It kind of, because the base coat was sort of tacky and the top coat was fluid, it kind of dragged a little bit. So I've got a couple of like little pits, but that'll be covered over when I do my next coat. So that's that one. And then we'll do this one. I do like to have two different colors because, you know, I want to try out all my colors. I do. And then rub that in. I'm probably taking a little bit longer than I would normally take just because I'm slowing down and showing you the steps, but really it doesn't take long at all. And to stop your nails from chipping, because this is going to stay on for 2 weeks, to stop your nails chipping at the end, when you do your you could even do it with the base coat actually, but I do it when I do the next coat, the top coat. Now that's what I've just used for the Dusty Rose, so I'm going to put that side up so that I know that that's the one I used for the Dusty Rose. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get my little soft brush, and I'm just going to dust off the excess. Clean my brush before I change colours. Okay, so that's that done. Alright, so that is that done. So now we need to do the top coat, and so we'll go with the gloss top coat. I'm going to take some off. I probably put the top coat on a little bit thicker than what I'm supposed to, because I do want to sort of cover any little marks that I may have, any little dents, and then you just go over the top of the nail like that as well. And it does leave like a little ridge, so I need to go over it again. But now that the ridge has been done, you could do it first if you wanted to, like so, and then do your colour. Go over your colour. So yeah, I do have it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to dip my brush again. I keep forgetting to do that. The edge. It's called capping, as far as I know. To the top, and that just strengthens that tip there, because we're always knocking things with our nails, you know, touching things, picking things up, and the tips seem to bear the brunt of it, and they get a lot of use. So we'll just go over with the brush like that. trying not to get the skin. Normally I would be sitting down, you know, at my table, so that I could actually see what I'm doing, but I'm sort of standing and doing it. So now, because I've just brushed my wet nail brush onto powder, I'm going to just clean it like that. Look at that, because I don't want to then be dipping that in. I know I did, but I'm not going to do that between each nail, but I am going to do it between each layer, because I don't want my gloss coat getting contaminated with all these different colors, and you can see that that's come off. All right, so now we are going to cure for 1 minute. So I'm going to again just move it up like that. 1 minute. So press and hold. It's a little bit hot, so I'm not going to get too close, but then I can move a little bit closer on after that initial. It's only like 1 second. So 1 minute. I will link where I got this little pot from, if you're interested. I'll put that down below. It's actually quite pretty, isn't it? the marbly look on it. So I guess I should, when I do this next one, maybe I will just kind of just fast forward you through it, just put on some music and just fast forward through it, because there's no point me talking about exact same thing that I've done now. I'll just be repeating myself, so I'll do that. Okay, so that's 1 minute, and look, it's dry, it's set. Now if you're happy with that, off you go out to the shops, to work, wherever you want to go, but I want to do another coat. So I'm going to start with the Dusty Rose. So I'm going to do my thumbnail, and again I'm going to dab, because I can see I've got a few little flaws there, little dots and things. So you can see how it's kind of sparkly, and if that's the look you want, like I said earlier, you could just brush it off with a soft brush and put your top coat on. But I like the shine, I like the shine, so let's rub that in again. Making sure you're getting it right into your, near your skin there, on the edge. Okay, look at that. That is so pretty, and it's much better than the first attempt, or first layer I should say. Now that I've got this out, I'm going to do my ring finger nail. It's just easier if I put it here, so hopefully you can still see, but it's nice to have it on there, because A, it's catching the powder, and B, you're just getting a bit of support. It's up off the bench rather than down here. It's just sort of up off the bench. All right, so now that's on. We're going to dust. You don't have to like put another coat on and just cure it for 15 seconds so that it's kind of semi-cured. You can just go straight on like I did with the second coat. Okay. Okay, so that's that one done. Move that out of the way and bring down kaleidoscope. I'm going to turn the little applicator around. I'm not going to clean it off yet because I still need to do my other hand. So here we go. We're going to go dab, dab, dab. This is just how I do it, okay? It's maybe not the right way, but it's the way that I like to do it. I found if I put the powder on and then rub straight away, I tend to lose half of it. It sort of rubs off. So that's the difference. If you want shimmery, or if you want sparkly or shiny, and again just rub it in. It's not difficult. If you were, had to do your nails before work, or you wanted to do it if you're going out with the girls for lunch, or you're going out for dinner and you only just got back from work and you think, oh my gosh, I need to do my nails. It doesn't take very long. You can run out the door. especially if you just do one coat. You can run out the door with one coat and then, you know, do your next coat later on, the next day when you get back. Doesn't take long at all. Like I said, I'm just probably taking a little bit longer because I'm showing you. Dab, dab, dab. So my daughter Gemma has been getting her nails done, like gel tips or whatever. I don't really know much about it because I don't do it. Being a nurse for so long, most of my life, I was never allowed to have nail polish and gel nails and things like that. And then when I did my YouTube videos, I wanted some nail polish. But yeah, Gemma did hers for years and her nails are quite weakened with it all. And I think it cost her about $50–60 a fortnight. This I think cost about $2 per application. Alright, so I'm just going to dust, and I'm going to do the two with the same colour first, and then I'm going to just clean my brush just because I don't want to transfer powders from one nail to another. Okay, and here we go with the second top coat. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Now I tend to put this top coat on quite a thick amount because this is my last top coat and I want it to be nice and smooth and shiny, so I do tend to put a little bit more on. But in saying that, I'm going to have to be careful about the heat flash when I cure these if this is too thick. But yeah, I do like to have my last coat thicker. So I start with a very thin layer with the base coat, and then as I progress up, I end up doing slightly thicker. I didn't used to when I started doing this. I sound as if I'm doing it for a long time. I started on Boxing Day, the 26th of December 2024. Have not been doing it for long. A couple of weeks. And I thought, oh, I won't put too much on because I've heard from people that, you know, it's too difficult to get off if you put your layers on too thick. So I didn't do them too thick. But now that I want nice shimmery nails, oh, look at that, how pretty is that? All right, let's cure this. Now I'm going to do, because my last one now, I'm going to set it because I want it to cure a long time. I'm going to hold the button down, and that is going to do 2 minutes. So I'm going to start way out here just because it is thicker and I don't want to get burnt. Okay, that's okay. Now I can get a bit closer. So this will be 2 minutes. I will come back to you in 2 minutes time. Okay, 2 minutes is up. That was quick. All right, so now I can see I've got quite a bit of sort of overflow there. That may be the base coat, it may just be powder, but I'm going to go and wash my hands, and then I'll come back and do the other one. And if you do your nails before you have a shower and wash your hair, that sort of rubbing in your hair and things, it tends to loosen all these little bits around your cuticles, so it's a good idea to do it before a shower, which in my case is what I'm going to do as soon as I finish this, my shower for today. So, but I'm going to go and wash my hands, and I'll be right back. All done, washed. So I don't know if you can see, but I have got some of the base coat or top coat on my cuticles there, and a little bit on there, but it won't, because it's on your skin, it'll just easily peel off. Look, there's a piece there, so you don't need to worry about it. But yeah, like I said, it'll come off when I go and have my shower. But try not to pick. All right, and because I've just washed my hands, I washed off my lip balm for the other hand. So I am going to pop you on a time lapse, and we'll do this hand. Okay, so I've come outside in the sunshine. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look at these nails. Are you ready? There we go. Look at that. Plovers don't like me being out here. They must be nesting. Oh my gosh. So there we go. Look at that. So the first two and the last one are the holographics, and hopefully you can see the holographics there shimmering away, and then the thumb and ring finger are the metallics. Now there's still a little bit of product just around my cuticles, which I didn't get totally from washing my hair, and that'll just come off in the next day or so with general use, washing your hair, washing dishes, general usage. But there we go, look at that. The middle finger, oh, I broke that nail just before Christmas. It was really short, so it's catching up. So I think great for short nails. But yeah, love it. Now this will stay on for 2 weeks, but I'm not going to want it to stay on for 2 weeks. I want a new colour. Like, I want a new colour already. So in about a week, I may just do something to them, or I may change them. Not sure yet. So hang around, see what I do next. Look at that holographic. Can you see that? It's so pretty. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. Bye for now.